tiny country linking two vast continents. A people defined by nature.
Oh, this is something amazing, guys. This is a glass frog.
This is Costa Rica. I'm Gaia Vince. I explore and write about our changing planet and what we humans can do to protect our natural world.
This is why I'm not at home moaning about the state of the planet. You know, this gives me hope.
I'm heading for a country that's made saving the planet a matter of...
Go back to the river, my friend!
500,000 different species.
I mean, they're so ancient, they're like dinosaurs.
The happiest, most sustainable country in the world.
Gracias por tu help. This, pura vida.
Last year, the Happy Planet Index announced that Costa Ricans are the happiest people in the world. Not only that, they also live longer than their American neighbours, despite having As a science writer, I want to understand what makes Costa Rica properly immerse ourselves in this remarkable place.
So they're going to go in the sea, go and do some fishing. See you soon. Nicoya can have a couple.
Life expectancy is high all over Costa Rica.
Be careful.
Good luck.
Oh, no.
Go back, baby.
But here on the Nicoya Peninsula, the locals live longer than almost anywhere else on the planet.
So I'm driving to a little village just outside of Nicoya, which is the capital of this anywhere else on Earth.
I've arranged to meet a 99-year-old cowboy called Pachito, a local man who's spent his whole life ranching cattle here.
Pachito really does live in the middle of nowhere. This is cowboy country. They still ranch, they still use horses to get everywhere. Hola. And to round up their cattle. Ah, little yellow church, so there should be a little yellow house on the right. Ah, there it is. How cute, what a lovely garden.
The Nicoya Peninsula is one of the world's recognised blue zones. There are 5 of these zones located around the world. Places where people live much longer and remain active into old age.
Hola, Pachito.
Hola, mi corazón.
Con mucho gusto. Hola.
¿Quiere ir a andar a caballo conmigo?
¿Así? Por favor. Sí, sí.
Con gusto la llevo.
Okay. Yeah.
Meta más. Ay.
Okay, I'm up.
Es que le dejan muy poco pelo también.
I'm just gonna follow you. Oh, I think my horse is thirsty.
Pachito's family all live close by. He visits them and his friends, some much older than him, every day.
Nos vamos, corazón.
He even takes part in local horse shows. Not bad for a man born in the middle of the First World War.
¿Qué es eso?
Ayúdala a trabajarse.
No los alemanes.
Pachito, por favor. Sí, oh, muchas gracias. Oh. Gracias. Hola, buenas.
On the ride down here, Pachito was telling me that he's lived in this village all his life. It's a really poor village, and yet life expectancy here is so much higher than very near neighbour, the United States, which is the richest country in the world. So I guess it's talking about the tranquillo, you know, the stress-free, tranquil life, and I think that's got a lot to do with it. Longevity studies have found that while genes are important to living longer, they're just 25% of the equation. The rest is down to lifestyle. In the world's blue zones, staying active, eating plenty of vegetables and managing stress are key. Pachito's neighbour, Maria, believes there is another vital ingredient.
Porque nosotros los guanacastecos, Nicoya, todos, acostamos temprano, acostarse tarde a la 1, a las 12 de la noche, un desvelo, a las 4.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Porque es saludable, la mañana. Levantarse a las 11 o a las 10, malo, enferma.
The sun sets early in Costa Rica, and we're preparing dinner before 6.
Uno le llama a la leña, que la comida sabe diferente. Aquí se pone frijoles, aquí usted puede poner el arroz, todo lo que uno cocina en cocina eléctrica, todo.
Okay.
Todos los días, cuando vengo del trabajo, yo me vengo con mi hija, para donde Paulina y a donde Pachito, a acompañarlo. Todo es como una tradición.
Poco arroz. Sí. Tell me when. More.
Ya.
Búsquele al lado donde no estén las que digamos, no hay espinas, pero la posta.
And keeps a close eye on his diet.
So you're eating this every single day, the same thing, more or less?
Arroz y frijoles.
Arroz y frijoles, huevo, carne cuando se va a Nicoya, se consigue.
En 100 años que voy a cumplir yo. Porque, digamos, yo no me cuidé para decir que porque se cuida uno. Yo fui borracho para Andrés jugador.
Good for you. Salud!
Salud.
Has kept him active and in touch with nature. He told me that these days his horse is his leg.
Pachito, muchas gracias por tu hospitalidad, sorry. Adiós!
Pachito is astonishingly active at his advanced age, but he's not at all unusual around here. It's inspiring just to be around.
Really trying to understand, you know, what makes this peninsula, what makes Nicoya.
I've come to Nicoya town in Costa Rica's Guanacaste province. I'm trying to understand, and researchers think one of the reasons might be their faith. It's mid-December and I've come to one of the area's most popular religious festivals. As always in Costa Rica, it involves a very early start.
It's really quite an assault on the senses, actually. Smoke in my eyes, it feels mystical.
I'm spending the day working with the women here in the Cofradia. Part chapel, part kitchen, it's the focal point of the 3-day La Yaguita festival in honour of the Virgin Mary.
This really strong smell of garlic and cilantro, coriander, it's filling the air, and then at the same time there's chanting. It feels like we're building up to something quite big here. ¿Está en piedra? Oh! Coffee gone. It's not even dawn yet. I struggle to get up, but there's so much busyness here, there's so much activity that it's actually
It's actually waking me up. All of the produce is donated by nearby farms, and the cooks I'm working with prepare and serve the food for free. How much do I need of this? Like this?
Así, pero no muy grande.
He says there's only 1.5 cows in here, but it feels like an awful lot of meat from just 1.5 cows. How many people is this going to feed?
Unas 70, 80 personas.
Really, 70 or 80 people?
70 or 80 people.
Fredia since she was a little girl.
Nicoya is a blue zone because the people living more years and more than 100 years.
That's why I've come. That's why I come. So what? So I'm trying to. Yes.
Everyone in the village appears to have a part to play in the celebrations. But the ultimate honour is dressing up the Madonna for the procession.
Aquí es donde vamos a vestir la muñequita que baila la yegua. Te invito a pasar.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Eso se elige por medio de votación. Es importante por agradecimiento a la Virgen de promesas.
Disculpa, es muy importante, muy importante. Sí, creo que yo veo.
¿Listo? ¿Ahora? Dani, ya. Aquí está la muñequita. Nos vamos.
Blue Zone researchers found that people who attend a religious service more than 4 times a month are less stressed and less anxious than non-believers. It's an interesting thought. The procession makes its way through the town to the Cofradía, where the people of Nicoya
of really hungry people there.
I'm going to meet a woman who has helped her village to re-embrace their traditional culture. If I can find the way.
Okay, I think I'm in Bamboo. Let me just check on the hilariously hand-drawn map of a place that doesn't even exist on the proper maps. Yes, I reckon it is. So there should be a river here. I'm going to go and check. Hola. Hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí está Bambú, ¿sí? Sí. ¿Sí? Okay, okay. Ciao. Gracias. Okay, I can see some people. Brilliant.
The Farmers Depot provides a point of contact between modern Costa Rica and the Bribri upriver.
But Cesar said he would meet me here by the boat. I'm always slightly coral snakes, rattlesnakes. Cesar? Hola.
Vámonos, let's go.
To travel 8 beautiful miles from Bamboo to the Bribri border between Costa Rica and Panama.
So there's Bribri here in Panama and also here in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
¿Tu pueblo es en Panama o es en...?
Panamá, los dos. Mi padre es...
Tu padre es de Panamá y tu
madre es...
Ah, de Costa Rica. Gracias, Iván.
La escuela típico de nosotros. Suita se llama la del techo. Yeah, this is my mother.
Bernardo. Hola, hola.
Mucho gusto.
It's great to meet you.
Nobody knows exactly how many Bribri live in the remote reserves of Talamanca. Estimates vary from 10,000 to 30,000.
So what does it mean to you to be Bribri?
Para mí es muy importante la Bribri por ser único. Entonces, él hizo la tierra para nosotros y dejó el sitio acá en Costa Rica.
But when Bernarda was growing up, her indigenous culture was starting to disappear. The Bribri were not thriving in modern Costa Rica.
En 1960 vino la primera escuela. Entonces, de ahí para acá, toda la gente de la comunidad ha aprendido español. Entonces, perdimos mucho de nuestro idioma. Nosotros aquí éramos tímidos. ¿Por qué? Porque nosotros fuimos muy maltratados de la gente no indígena, que no son indígenas. Entonces, fuimos muy maltratados, entonces la gente no quería hablar nada, no contar nada.
Bernarda convinced her village to relearn their language. But her masterstroke was adapting modern Costa Rica's ecotourism model to support the Bribri's return to a more traditional way of life.
Empecé a capacitar a la gente, a hablar con la gente, que no toda la gente es malo. Hay gente malo y hay gente buena también, y que puede apoyarnos, pero sin perder nuestra cultura, sin olvidar lo que tenemos, sino fortalecer nuestras cosas buenas que tenemos.
It's an entirely off-grid experience. Lucky I've got a torch to find the The Bribri are virtually self-sufficient, producing their own food, housing materials and medicine from their environment. Plantain, oranges and cacao are all farmed in the traditional way.
Hola. I hear there's a roof that needs fixing.
Whiskey.
The people here work with and for each other.
Soy Gaia.
Mucho gusto, Gaia. Yo, Prudencio.
Oh, mucho gusto,
Bienvenido.
Prudencio. Soy Gaia.
Roy, para servirle.
Mucho gusto, Roy.
Estos dos dedos
Sí,
nada
sí,
más.
sí, like this. Okay.
Con esta mano haces el lazo para la derecha y acuestas ahí mismo.
Okay. If this roof leaks, don't blame me.
¿Subir? ¿Seguro, Gaia?
Puedo. Es más fácil aquí.
Try.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
¿Está bien venteado?
Sí.
Turns out I'm a writer, not a roofer.
La diferencia nuestra de los Bribri es que nosotros nos regimos por clanes, en la línea matriarcal. Hace 26 años atrás, los que mandaban eran los hombres, no las mujeres. Entonces yo fui hablando con los Bribris que tenemos que estar unidos para ayudarnos unos a otros.
I'm going to leave this to the experts. Qué linda, bebé. ¿Cómo llama? ¿Cómo llama ella?
Por ahí.
El rol de la mujer en la comunidad es mucho. ¿Cuál es nuestro valor? Entonces aprendimos de que nosotros podemos liderar en cualquier parte como en diferentes comités.
Like a lot of people I've met in Costa Rica, the Bribri seem pretty laid back.
Nosotros somos muy felices aquí, muy tranquilos. ¿Por qué? Porque nosotros vivimos sin estrés. Nosotros no tenemos cuenta en el banco o préstamo en el banco. Tenemos mucha agua. La comida, como usted ve la naturaleza, hay mucho y lo vive.
Muy bien.
Sí.
Nos vamos.
Sí, vámonos.
Ok.
You know what I really like about the Bribri is they've got this incredible sense of purpose. They know who they are. They're proud of their language and their culture and the beautiful place that they live in. Yet they're not afraid. So I've got a doctor that comes and visits them, even though they still keep up their herbal medicine practice. And I think if you're going to have a culture and keep it alive in the modern world, that's the only sustainable way to do it. You know, as I've been travelling through Costa Rica, I've really been trying to understand the people here and what makes them the happiest people on earth. You know, and I found that everyone from Pachito to the people I met at the Iguita to the people I spent last night with, the Bribri, they all have something in common, this massively strong. You know, you don't see loneliness here. You don't see people living on their own. There's old and young and everybody is doing the same thing together, eating, working in the fields. And I think that might be the key.
Yeah, I'm gonna come over now. Yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. For the past few days, I've been waiting for news of a mass beach invasion of turtles called the Arrabada. And finally, it seems like they're on their way.
Hopefully they will arrive tonight, but who knows? At least I'll go to the beach and see what's going on out there.
Fishermen have spotted thousands of endangered olive ridleys gathering offshore, and they nearly always arrive in the dark.
Well, it's 5 o'clock and it's already pretty busy here. I've already seen a crowd walk past me. These are the first tourists I've seen in Ostia now.
An Arrabada lasts for up to a week, and the turtles lay hundreds of thousands of eggs. It's a very special and unpredictable natural event. There are just 11 places in the world where this happens, and 2 of those are in Costa Rica. It's incredible to be here. Access to the beach is strictly controlled. There needs to be 100 turtles or more on the sand to officially declare an Arrabada.
Thanks for meeting me. Oh, so red light, yeah?
Yes.
So the turtles aren't disturbed. It's actually quite hard to see anything. Can we go down to the shore? I want to see where the turtles actually come in.
Dawn's first light reveals everything we need to know.
Oh my God, I can see them! I can see them! Let's run, let's run. I don't want to miss these turtles now that we finally got here. So, how many turtles? Has it started?
We have so many tracks here. So that means that the Arrabada just began.
It started! You're telling me this has finally started. We have an Arrabada. Oh.
Allá está la Arrabada. Los estamos invitando para que vayan allá los socios, porque allá está la Arrabada.
Well, this is completely magical. There is a pink dawn breaking and the turtles are here. They've just come up the beach. Some of them are still up there laying their eggs, and then they're going to come back slowly like this one is.
Ostia Beach had become a mess. Farmers let their pigs graze on the eggs, dogs ran wild, and poaching was rife. Ana Vega and others from the village to protect and manage the collection of eggs during the Arrabada. Today, this is the only place in the world where local people are allowed to collect and eat some of the eggs. And I'm told it has a positive effect on the turtles.
I don't know how you know that there's a nest here. Vamos a ver. See?
During mass nesting events like this one, olive ridley turtles can have a 10% hatching rate. Here in Ostia Knoll, it's closer to 30%.
There's a little cluster of white eggs. They're like ping pong balls, but very wet. Effort that she's putting in, keeping those eggs safe.
Each turtle will lay between 80 and 100 eggs.
She's really trying to get back to the sea now. She's had enough, she's tired out. Can't actually touch them, we have to let them do it themselves.
If they can avoid human hands, dogs and vultures, hatchlings, all that effort, and here I am digging them up.
I was 6, and this feels like the biggest betrayal of my 6-year-old self. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Esto es lo que hace que haya contaminación. Cuando las flotas, las arribadas, se vienen muy seguido y por ahí ya vienen reventando algún huevo. Entonces ese es el problema de que ella está así. Por eso es que nosotros hacemos este trabajo para que esto no se dé. Y ya tenemos 30 años de estar haciendo esto y por eso es que nace mucha tortuga. Por eso hay mucha.
Biologists have found that reducing the overall number of eggs increases the amount that hatch successfully.
So what Marlena and her team of villagers are doing is actually cleaning the nests, essentially, so the turtles have a better chance of survival.
The villagers of Ostional collect around 4.5 million eggs a year. That's around 6% of the total eggs laid. During every Arrabada, each person is allowed to keep up to 200 for their own consumption, divided equally. Eggs are sold at a fixed, low price through college, pays for healthcare, and provides a turtle pension for retired members. The kids are exhausted after their 5 a.m. turtle alarm clock, so Nick's taking them home. But I'm so pleased they've seen this. Cook me breakfast.
Hola.
Hola, baby. So it's not like chicken eggs, is it? You don't crack it, you like literally pinch the top off.
Para que aprenda, para cuando vaya, vamos a echarle. Y también
This is going to be delicious.
Vamos a echarle un poquito de chile. Yeah.
About eating turtle egg, go out of the window when you get hungry and there's an omelette ready for you to eat.
Y espero que le guste.
Muy rico.
Sí.
Very good. Halfway between a chicken egg and an oyster, I'd say.
Es con el fin primero de darle protección a la tortuga, extrayendo X cantidad de huevos para venderlos y ese dinero que es muy, muy interesante para los asociados, la población de Ostional. También nosotros podemos construir EVAIS, Sencinae, electrificación. Decimos que estamos con la mano de la naturaleza porque no podemos estar separados, ni nosotros ni ellas. Entonces, lo que queremos es de que y también enseñarle a los niños al futuro de que ellos las cuiden y enseñándoles a cuidar eso tan bonito que nos da la naturaleza.
Sí.
Entonces son cosas que
Everyone in Ostional benefits from the egg trade. Over the last 30 years, the sale of eggs has generated more than $6 million for the villagers. The people here have found a way to improve their lives by exploiting a natural resource. But crucially, they're managing to protect their turtles too. That's the key. We cannot conserve the world's wildlife unless we also protect the needs of the humans that rely on it.
There are literally thousands of baby turtles on this beach.
This is a unique time in Earth's history. Scientists are calling it the Anthropocene, the age of humans. We dominate the planet so extensively that we are pushing our wild animals and plants off the face of the Earth. But we can still choose what sort of Anthropocene we make. We can still have a world with olive ridley turtles and many of the other 23,000 endangered species. Protecting our environment can sometimes sound overwhelming, but this remarkably sustainable country is the happiest in the world. And that's a lesson for us all.